Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, Master of Marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you by generous sponsorship, support, and basically saving my bacon from our good friends over at indiecd.org. Yes, the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest creatives, musicians, authors. Look, if you have a project and you want to make it happen, this is the place to go. Oh my gosh, we have some great folks over there doing amazing things and an incredible calendar of events where you get to find out what's actually going on. We're also made possible by sales of my books. And you know I'm going to promote them. The Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear. All part of my ongoing series of Western Arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled a sword to being able to kick butt and take names with one. Followed up by a book on axes and spears to augment your already growing martial capabilities, because I believe that martial arts are an art and all arts are for everyone. Further, in that spirit, we have the Big Stompy Robots core line of games and books, basically because I believe that tabletop miniature wargaming doesn't need to be expensive or complex or time-consuming. It can be quick, fast, easy to learn, and fun to play. So look that up. Also, look up the books in that series. Now, if that is not what you are here for, maybe you want something a little more rudimentary, a little more medieval. We have that in Melee, a game of tactics in the current Middle Ages. We also have, for those who want a little bit of terror, a little bit of horror in your life, I recommend Through the Thinning Veil, Volume 1, 7 Great Stories to Chill Your Bones. There will be additions to that after I'm done with the sequel to this, Haints and Hellfire. My best-selling of my books currently, we'll put it that way. My jump into the horror genre properly. It is a great book with great characters you will become friends with. I have gotten recently on the subject, the delightful, the lovely, I don't know if she's in the chat, but she should be. Miss Saren sent me another clip of one of the chapters that she has read. Lord in heaven, is it delightful. I cannot wait to hear the completed project that she's working on. And I want to say how much I admire and thank her for her dedication towards that. Now, I've got to get into some materials, and I've got some unpleasant stuff, and I've got some pleasant stuff. So I'm a bad news first kind of guy. Some of you may be aware that there was a bit of drama. We've had an individual who is continually making new titles and making new accounts to subscribe and get back into my chat. And that individual has been thoroughly blocked and will continue to be thoroughly blocked because that is always a bad look. So I want to clarify some stuff. What I am providing here for you guys is basically a free service to promote, to build up, to help, and educate people. If someone is causing problems in my chat or for my people, I will not hesitate to remove them. And when I remove someone, I remove them from my world. I do my level best to forget they exist and move on because I don't have to waste time on them. Now, that is not saying I wish ill on anyone, because I don't. I wish away. They have overstepped. And the reason is, when someone blocks you from your YouTube, watching their YouTube or whatever, it's a matter of consent. They are not consenting for your commentary. They are not consenting for your behavior. It is not necessarily based on one comment or even on a slew of them. I could, within all my rights, ban anyone who I choose to ban on my channel. That is part of the privilege of doing what I do, how I do it. If you aren't related to me, paying me, or a very special person, I am completely comfortable severing ties if it should need be, because on my channel, amongst the other things, between the jokes and the laughing and the having a good time, I am here to help and promote people who need it. So for that to happen, for me to help and build up people and work towards my real occupation, my real gig, which aside from writing and art and game design and shenanigans and swordplay, is helping the people that need it. This channel, this chat, and basically everything I need to do has to be a relatively safe place. Now, this is not Sesame Street by any means, unless it was Sesame Street After Dark. But it is a place where minors can watch what we do most of the time. We try to keep it as appropriate, and people who've been through traumas know that they are safe and they will not be harassed. So when I find out that someone has been harassed, there's a line in the in a country song that basically says, if y'all want to fight, take that outside, but remember but you ain't coming back, because the velvet rope, it has no slack. And well, let me tell you, when that velvet rope closes behind you, that's it. I do not make these decisions lightly or easily. I do so only when necessary. And after years of difficulty with a couple individuals, Mr. Tockert is cutting fence and sorting some people out. If that offends, you are more than welcome to join them. If not, we're going to have a happy hump day. Not hump day, that was Wednesday. Although let's keep the hump in Friday, okay? Because we have a lot to do, and I want to move past that bit of issue. If anyone else has been harassed by that individual, you know who they are. Report them, block them, keep moving. Now, why aren't you naming names? I'm giving a last shred of decency, my last bit of courtesy. Okay? That's why I'm not naming names. That being said, today is a beautiful day, folks. Today is Friday. We are on the gateway to the weekend. And more importantly, today is a special Friday, because today is our dear friend of the show, dear friend of me, and inspiration to many of us, Nita Lanning's birthday. What does that mean to us? Well, that means in part, I really want to try to keep this show at the hour line and get out of here around 11 o'clock, if possible, to make sure that everybody can go over to the the Indie Comics Network. I'm sorry, I had to remember that. There's a lot of independence in my world, and frankly, though I wear a green hoodie, man, I think my coat turns brown when nobody's looking. It's her birthday, so at 11 o'clock when their show starts, I want everybody to go over there, like, share, you heard that, and just give your love to Nita, because Nita is an incredible individual, and that's something I wanted to start doing. I want to start taking some time out, as what with all things, informally, to reference people like Nita Lanning, who are in our chats, who are in our worlds, and they're making things better for creatives. And yes, her services are very often very justifiably paid, but she also does so much for free that she doesn't have to do for so many, including occasionally yours truly, that there are a lot of people in this world who make what we do possible. And a lot of them are usually hiding behind the camera, save for little moments. And a lot of times you don't know what all they're doing. But Nita Lanning is one of those. She facilitated things and she's making things better. And in part of my support for the amazing Nita Lanning, I've received an invite to appear on Sketchy Saturdays. I'm not sure which of those I'll be able to make because it's a fairly informal situation, but it is a real privilege. I've been on there once before, and you want to talk about feeling like you're sitting at the big kids table. It felt like I was at the big kids table. So I really, really want to thank her for that opportunity. As my family life allows me to, and my bizarre sleep schedule, I will attempt to do that, because if anything, it's nice to work on things that aren't tied to just thumbnail size stuff. I have some other projects that I really need to put some more hours into and under, because people are asking about them, including the redraw on Paul Bunyan Kaiju Slayer, which at the bare minimum I want to do the Ashcan version of that and get it out as maybe a digital little short comic, just to see how that goes with folks. I have some neat concepts. I have some neat ideas for it. It's a little superhero-y for me, but I can't help it. It's the way the story formed. I also have another comic I desperately want to do. I'm just trying to get the research and find the right videos, the right stuff to get my personal development on Clip Studio to where I'm comfortable doing the multiple pages and knowing that they will then commute over to Kindle. I may be doing some projects not just for Kindle and not just KDP. Brian has made some points that I find intriguing. I just have to check my numbers. And I can't change those factors till, I want to say, mid-March, because I have a renewing because of me having exclusivity through Kindle. I get money for the Kindle Unlimited program, and if I leave that, I will if I cancel my exclusivity, I will also lose that. So it's a gamble, something I have to think about. And I realize I proportionately get a lot more of my sales online than a lot of people. So I'm going to be addressing that as well. But today, guys, for the 9 to 5, we are wrapping up the work week. For many of us, for the independent creators, the true work week of Saturday and Sunday, when a lot of things actually happen, is building up. And I know it can feel intimidating. It can feel weird. And frankly, everybody's strung out from winter and we're all ready for spring. I want to tell you can do it. I want to tell you can make it. You can get through. We can get through this last bit of weather insanity because March is weird. We know March is weird. At least in Indiana, March is extra special. But since we had nearly 80 degrees in February, I think just the insanity is just being spread around a little bit. So if the weather is nice, take a moment and go out and literally and figuratively touch grass. Grass, as in what you mow. I know I did mention needle landing, but in this case, I'm referring to lawn care, not recreational hallucinations. But I do hope that you guys can have some fun and get creative. Don't let the negative folks get you down, because what happens is, it's like I had to type into that, into dealing with the ramifications of somebody causing me problems. And why did that bother me? Because every word that I was typing to deal with that idiocy, every word I was going through the mixes of apologies and explanations and calming people down, meant I was not typing on Haints and Hellfire 2. However, I am still at 20,301 words, which is a little behind of where I want it to be, but it means I am roughly over the halfway line of what I was factoring the story to be. Now, that also means that I'm clipping along and I'm starting to get where the individual threads are starting to knot, which is a very happy thing for a pantser, to watch the threads of plot that you have felt draw, a few from the last book starting up, a few from some other things going on. Just that moment when the wires start to cross and it begins to weave into the tapestry that is, the rising action and eventual climax of the book. So I'm very excited. And I do apologize if this week, due to the things I've been dealing with, I've been a little low energy between that and being, a little tapped out at from what I did at indiesteedy.com, because apparently my current energy stores are such that I may need about a week down after running a convention, instead of my usual give me a day or a few hours and back. So there's that. Now, I could go on like this. Actually, and I will for slightly, because I got to speak with my gamers. I run a group of technically it's basic fantasy RPG, but D&D like gaming for a group between 6 and 12 teenagers to teenagers. So, I think my cutoff line is currently 12 or 13. There are a couple exceptions, but up to, 17, I think is the oldest I have. 15 is my oldest currently. But in talking to one of them, we greatly impressed a young lady. For obvious reasons, I can't say her name, but she mentioned that she was, I'd just like to know if you know anybody who can help folks be, how I could become an artist and an author, maybe for comic books. So she was very excited to see the authors and presenters at the Independent Creator Convention. So what that means is, even with our limited turnout, we help take somebody who, as a teenager, is going, I'm writing books, I want to do it, into something that, someone who's going to come back as they age and mature, seeking advice and direction, and they want into it. That means, the folks who are there, you, dear, wonderful adults, without trying helped inspire a teenage girl that, yes, writing is valid. Yes, there are options. And while she was far too shy to address any of the authors and being surrounded by siblings, I think it's incredible. And if she catches this program, I'm glad you're here. Okay? Because I want this to be open for everybody. And that does curl back around to why I have to occasionally curate my chat. And it's why, even though I joke and we make the not the green room jokes, I do need to keep a balance on the spice because we are literally inspiring and serving the next generation. And I think that's pretty darn cool. I also got to hang out with Alec, and that's always awesome. So that's my accountability. I'm going to run Joe's ad, and then I'm going to get into the chat, which I'm only 129 comments behind since I started talking. Looks like there's some joy in the chat, and we will keep going because as interesting as I am, and folks, let's be honest, I'm pretty darn interesting, my chat is infinitely more so. So let me get you a message from our sponsors, and then we'll get into the chat. Folks, I talk about NDCD every episode, and not just because they sponsor and help make the show go, but because it's a great opportunity. It's a great program. It's something I'm genuinely proud to be involved in. And frankly, I think what Joe Bachman is doing with the kind of hours he works while tending to his town is nothing short of heroic. It is really awesome that he is out there doing what he can to help independent creators. Now that I've prattled a bit, let's get into the chat. And what I'm going to do is before I get rolling too hard, I am going to make sure all the comment dumps are rectified so I can find out just how much I have to work through. And I will try to get through. Now, Nita would be cross with me if she knew I was trying to cut the show short, because she has never asked me to do that. She's always said, Nick, it's fine. It's fine, because they can catch it in reruns, which is really cool of her. But I dropped my dime. Gerber dime, not dime. Hashtag not sponsored, but Gerber, reach out to me. So let's see. First through the door says still first, which makes me wonder if there wasn't some commentary glitch before. But at 9:13, Foxy says still first. I will accept it. Good morning, Foxy. Hope you're having a good one. And we're joined by Alec. I did fire off a very brief email because I didn't have a lot to discuss because we'd already just discussed it. It just got cold on me. I will have to start carrying gloves because apparently my conditions mean my hands do not tolerate the cold like they used to. But it was a great time seeing you. You did great in gaming. And we have a good group. And morning, Alec, and morning, Foxy. How goes? And Dawn says, morning, Foxy and Alec. Here comes the dawn, shooby-dooby. I like that some of you have random, theme music that pops up in my head when I see you, and it makes me happy. And we're joined by Thesis as well. Hello, Thesis. There will be a Historical Fencing Guild live stream. I know it's not set up. I was planning to do something else, and I had to deal with fallout for the last 2 days of shenanigans, which has kept me from setting up what I was going to set up. So it'll be a little more standard. Good morning, Thesis. Someone found the right day today. Yay! Morning, Thesis and Dawn. And I love that everybody's greeting. So, hi, hey, Carl. You doing okay? I think Carl's having a bit of a rough day from what I saw in the chat. So let's support Carl. And everybody's greetings. And yes, you guys can read most of the time. And accountability. Bad Uncle Carl stayed up too late, then slept late, 7:30. But I did get 6,000 steps in yesterday. My current goal is only 3,200. Yikes. Sleep-ins happen. I rarely get up before 8, and I was up till 4 last night, again, dealing with shenanigans. So I'm a little zombified, but we're going to make it through. We're going to get through this because that's what we do. I do miss caffeine dearly, but let's just keep rolling. And nice, Carl, you had a busy day. And hey, Trey. It's funny. Every time I get to see Trey, it's at a big convention, and it's like I get to be within 5 feet of Trey, but I barely get to talk to him. I swear, it's the dangest thing. But the raw, unbridled, immeasurable charisma of that woman means there's always somebody trying to say hi to her. And I do love that she has far more spotlight than she's comfortable with. It's not nearly what she deserves, but it's a good start. And Dawn, I'm still in the process from unpacking. The boxes got out of the car into the living room. That was as unpacked as we're going to be for a bit, because sometime this weekend we have to sort through, double check the inventory, and plan the orders so that we can get the things we need to get when we need to get them. Oh, and folks, yes, I'm still wearing my neck knife. Occasionally, you guys worry that I don't have my neck knife. I'm wearing the right glasses. I have my neck knife. Life is good. And hey, Donna. Now, I'm not saying that in the emergency green room, Miss Donna Carlene was smooth, but man, it was like melted butter. And it's always good to see her coming in and just heating things up a little bit when it's just a bit blustery here on a 41-degree day here in the sunny world of Earl Park, Indiana, surrounded by corn. Yes, Earl Park, where the corn sharks are real and the villagers aren't. If you see a large bonfire, don't pay too much attention to who or whatever may be on it. Yes, Earl Park. Oh, I'm going to get flack from that. Anyway, hey, Trey. Hi, Donna. Ooh, this is going to be lit today. What? Don's over here trying to raise the roof. Free Muncie book, in case you ever wondered. Thank you. Carl's trying to get people playing his game, and I respect that. It was crazy, Don. Full report in the room that shall not be named. Oh, my. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, Trey and Donna. Looks like a good morning. Looks like good morning, and she's rattling off all the names listed. And hey, Trey and Donna. And could someone who doesn't play Muncie please check that link that I posted? You don't have to sign up or read it, I hope. Came up fine. Thank you. I hoped it would. No problem. I can't check links. The delightful irony is I cannot follow a link that comes up in StreamYard. And it's really designed poorly for me to be able to cut and paste out of it. So that's a thing. But I needed a way to share it for those not of Facebook. Excellent. And it does work for me. Excellent. And Alec just finished baking a form of Cookie Monster cookies. Now, do you mean the kind that you go... Or do you mean cookies shaped like Cookie Monster? And of course, my phone, which was supposed to be muted, is sending me a message. Hello. Okay, it's my mom, so I will message her back. Actually, okay, it will get after I finish my live stream. One does not put one's mom on hold because you never know how long you're going to have her. Now, let's see. Thanks. I walked all over Terre Haute Mall yesterday, some places twice. That's quite a haul. Terre Haute is no joke. Alex, sounds delicious. Yum. We're all thinking about cookies, and we're joined by Dan Hallfield, who's come down from the mountain. Past the door which shall not be opened. To lighten our day and enhance the mornings, especially for some of the finer ladies. How are you doing, Mr. Hollifield? We wore poor Aunt Donna out during part of the walk. She slept right through stupid o'clock and Last Man Standing. Yes, I am sorry I couldn't get on either of those. While I was awake, I was tragically dealing with things. Good morning, Dan. Cookies. They have about 5 different kinds of chocolate in them. Rich but good. Ooh. And Carl is apologizing for not being able to make it for Last Man Standing. I understand. Hey, Dan. Hoping everyone's day are going good so far. They will. I have some outings today, so I get to go to at least one of my favorite stores and probably buy something I shouldn't for a very small amount of money. We have a very busy weekend planned. I have stuff to do because I actually assembled a new support desk for my drafting table that hopefully will be a little more stable than the fold-up portable one that I'm doing. Well, it's not a drafting table. It's actually meant as an end table. It's very cool. Once I have the study set up to bring it in, I will tell you guys about it. But it was only like $40 on Amazon, and it ratchets up to multiple degrees. But it's very narrow, perfect for people who need to do artwork in a small setting. I realized one reason I was hurting yesterday. Yeah, forgot my weekly meds on Wednesday. Oh, that is so rough. I too have weekly meds on Wednesday. It is not fun when you realize, oops, I forgot them. Dan has water up to boil on for coffee, cannot brain until then. I understand that. I'd offer you a drink of my coffee, but it's creamed in flavor. Moving on. Morning, Dan. Does it go with your nuts, Dawn? Because I know you have to have your morning nuts. And holy moly, Dawn, do I need to add that to my daily Munsey Nag on Wednesday? Creamed hashtag not the green room, thank you. So there's a discussion of coffee and cookies. You guys are kind of killing me. This was my breakfast so far, which are these breakfasty cookies, but these are the ones with like chocolate-ish stuff in the middle. These are the ones for if that's not enough. And Joe's saying good morning to everyone. Good morning, Joe. My favorite dragon, which that's on my art to-do list. But I am waiting because the next slot of art major project will be when Sarah sends me some reference images so that I can do something that was discussed and commented on. Nah, my days just got off with the busy weekend. I understand that too. Trelana says, one energy drink in, working on Foxy's scrunchies, and I started a cardigan for myself. It's a nice day for a light sweater. It's a nice day for a cardigan. Anyway, I don't have to worry about getting struck by that because that was so bad. No one would want to claim that it looks like anything they've done. But I can't wait to see your cardigan, Trey. And I do want to remind you that buried somewhere in the years of messenger files that we've had should be all sorts of inspirational, odd projects for crochet that I would find delightful for you to do, for just because I'll know that Joe will come on with a big smile and say thank you, Nick, as he occasionally does. But good morning, Joe, and only 11 hours, folks. We can hold it, right? Oh, he's actually counting down to the green room, and that's fine. But since we're at a little past the bottom of the hour, and I do want to run some ads because it is Nita's birthday, and she is pure 1000% awesome sauce, I'm going to run her bump. It's a shorty, and I'll be back in less than a minute. Anyway, sorry about that. I never rock out goofily to the music that I was listening to. And that some of the music hits that neat place where I could just about hear it playing as incidental music in the anime that may be running in the back of my mind, in that old style, 80s, incredibly detailed, hand-drawn, dark cityscapes with the lights going across the car as you're driving through. Not quite synthwave, but the echoes of synthwave are still there. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Morning, Joe. I may have to make it to the... Okay, let's see. Scrunchies. Good morning, Joe. 11. Creamed coffee does sound odd. I like creamer in my coffee. That's okay. Morning, Joe. Long time no see. Uh-oh. Trey's messing with Joe, and I love it. I may try to make it an early green room. I have been asked to help at Global Fest tomorrow afternoon. Oh, look at you moving on up. Moving on up to the east side. Bam. Okay. Now, Alex says, I didn't get my meds most of the week either, Dawn. Trouble filling prescriptions. But we got them all today, so I just took my meds. Excellent. Give yourself lots of time for them to kick in, Dawn, Alec. And if you need anything, you have our contact info. We are here for you. And Dan says, Dawn, Lindsay drinks tea with milk in it. Odd, does not affect me. We actually quite like tea with milk in it. And we actually have it's by not Herbal Essences. That's the freaking shampoo. Celestial Seasonings. Madagascar. I can't... Hey, babe, what's the name of the spicy tea? Thank you. Bengal Spice, which has some ginger to it, and actually a little black pepper. It's delightful. But we got this gingerbread flavored coffee creamer, and you wouldn't think, you'd worry that it would mix. Oh, it is chef's kiss. I did get into milk in my tea back when I was studying with a delightful lady to deal with some alternative paranormal situations. And I will tell you this. People can say what they want about our pagan friends. Whatever you think, I cannot have them be bashed, because I believe in anybody who has a good attachment of food to their culture. If you bash them, you don't get their food. So if you have a problem with, like, Mexican people, you don't get tacos. It's not fair. You should not hate somebody but eat their food. It's not right. And I will say, on behalf of the pagan community that I know very well, their tea is almost always amazing. And stuff fell. But it's Corel, so it didn't break. I spent a little while selling that stuff. It's good stuff. Unless you bash it together with itself. Tea with sweetened condensed milk is a luxury I have a couple times a winter. That sounds delightful. And Dawn, there is this one fetish about coffee. Okay, well, 11 hours. Breathe in, breathe out, Carl. Good air in, bad air out. The idea of telling Carl Witzman to do breathing exercises is hilarious. Anyway, I am way behind, so I got to kick it up into a higher notch. We got greetings, and good Alec, we all oops sometimes. Got to jump back on track. The one place in my life I have rails, LOL. Understand. 1 minute warning. Thanks, Trey. Here we go. Grant says, hello. Got a Doppler effect on that hello there. I don't know if he's haunting us, but yes. Trey, that sounds like amazing tea. Trey's tea is always amazing. Good morning, Grant. Hey, Grant. Hiya, Grant. We got, okay, so greetings for Grant. And yeah, in a couple minutes, I'll probably run his ad because he needs it. Were your ears burning last weekend? And we got counter greetings. And were you asking me, Dawn? And Foxy's back. She's back again. Dawn, it's super good. It's great for those super cold days. Yes. Yeah, I think the word homage did come up during the con multiple times. There's that word again. By the way, I think I found a download of the missing LMS from last week. I'll have to watch it to see. Ooh, and oh, aha. Yep, it was hilarious when people said it without intention. There's that word again. It came up. Yes, it's Nick. Yes, here I am. Bask in my masculine glory. I mean, I went to great lengths. I combed my hair today, y'all. Which with this stuff is basically a battle. I don't like to do it too much. New title for a story. In the Green Kitchen. In the Green Kitchen, the counters are too high. Anyway, I'm going to add extra stretch goal to League of Cryptids sometime today or tomorrow. Excellent. Now I got to pop through these because I need to get you guys, at least give you guys a shot to get out the door. So real quick, I'm going to run Grant's ad for League of Cryptids, and then we will hop and pop our way through a little bit as soon as I find where I put that ad. There we go.
Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, the Jersey Devil, Chupacabra. For millennia, these creatures have perplexed the human race. But what if they are forces of good? What if they have been sent here by a federation of more advanced alien species to help and defend the human race? That's the premise of League of Cryptids, a new comic book by Grant Lankard, creator of the smash hits Beowulf and Memoirs of the Morbid. His new comic, League of Cryptids, is a 4-part story involving these 5 creatures banding together to defend Earth from an invading alien race, just as one of their members is losing faith in the human race and questioning their mission. The epic tale begins in League of Cryptids 1.
I love that there's so many mysteries just presented in that trailer. Like how Nessie can look like that, but also look like, the traditional, like, I got to wonder, is she shapeshifter? What's her jam? And I want to commend the Jersey Devil for respecting, Miss Dolly herself, because, as a devout follower of Dolly Parton, I love to see that representation. I just hope he doesn't get in trouble for it. But I think that's great. Now we've got, there's the link to bit.ly/League of Cryptids. And hey, Nick, whoa, my hands needed that pop. Carl, make sure you mention countertops and high heel. Moving on, there's the Kickstarter link for that. I'm going to let's see. I'm going to skip that comment. Not that I'm offended by it, but I'm trying to get through. Thanks for the share. And let's see. I was up till 5 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. It just popped into my head. Wow. Yes, buy Nick's books. Good books right there. Tell me, I really want to know what you think of them when they're done. I'm going to hit 3K, Grant. Just know it. I would love to see Grant hit the big bucks. Kind of hurts sometimes when you're scraping by on royalties, watching the Kickstarters, how well they can do. But when I have time to go towards one, I might do it. And Foxy wants a cookie from Alec. When does the campaign end? And got a cookie. So cookies are being distributed in the chat, which takes me back to Yahoo roleplay chat rooms. And you guys don't know, I'll get misty-eyed if I think about it. I think Aunt Donna has got the last hardbacks of Hank, so go online. Yep. We are completely out. The hardbacks went fast. Whoo, they went fast. And you can have a cookie too, Dawn. Yay. Thank you. Sits with Dawn and Nibbles. Yay, you guys are having a picnic. And hey, no one is supposed to know that you called me that. Oh my. Anyway, like the shirt. Thank you. This is one of my older ones, and I've a bit of pride that I've lost enough weight that this looks reasonable on me again. Thank you. This is what I consider a classier Hawaiian shirt. Hate to interrupt Nick, but Joe, write faster. I want the rest of Ghosts of the Dark, and I want it soon. Joe, it's happened. Poor Joe Bachman. Joe's been nailed by his beta readers. Run in fear. They're going to come for you. Trust me, I know. Can we add that you bring camaraderie and friendships to one another? I'm not sure who, but yes. I want them to eat, just not at my table. That's it. Right there. And it's not even for me. I can deal with a lot. And I have dealt with a lot. But when people mess with those who are mine, you get to deal with these slightly more dominant, protective aspects of my personality. And so I prefer, before that starts to engage with anyone I have issues with, let's just have distance. Because, I respect your rights to your opinions. You theoretically respect mine. But since consent on civility hasn't worked, the application of space is needed. And nice, Trey. Yep. Trey is eloquent. I forgot who said it, but I love that quote. Oh, God, me too. Avenue Q, yes. And I'm sure it will be, Grant. You're ascending. If you haven't, look it up on YouTube. The internet is for research and not doing anything adult. Today is brought to you by the color green. LOL. Right, nice throwback. Happy birthday, Nita. Where's that paddle? Probably in Louisiana. Anyway, happy birthday, Nita. And chat's being contained. We're joined by Cindy Koepp. Good morning. And I am going to skip, scroll through all the greetings, but I have to get things going. Our great things about Nita from the show. I hope she has a lovely birthday. She is amazing. And when you hit 18, I will recommend you watching her program. But I can't recommend that right now because you're a minor. And Nita is awesome. Congrats, Nick. Well, thank you. Happy Friday. I'm not sure what I'm getting congratulated for. Oh, yes, for getting on invited back to Sketchy Saturday. Y'all, if for all I do fighting other people's imposter syndrome, please accept that on that subject, I am no small amount of hypocrite. I have to work on mine constantly. So yeah, it's very cool. There's so much awesome happening for people. I love it. It is really great. Go get Big Stumpy Robots and the weapon training you need. Thank you. That's my store link and everyone else. And hi. Let's see. About normal, plenty of bang procedure editing, a bit of dragon making, some scripting, some Tai Chi. That sounds like a lovely, lovely day. Thesis, got your show open for tomorrow. And Pulp Reality, yes. Brian K. Morris's stuff. Here's hoping he has a voice, though. Thesis does sound better this morning. Morning. Good morning, woke. As always, I'm glad to see you come in. I can't remember if you have projects of your own that we can promote or other good projects you know. We're not all strung out from winter. Some of us are still waiting for it. I didn't mind it so much till my nerves decided that cold equals hideous pain. And then I have come to the conclusion that, no, I'm going to have to make some choices about that. Trying to drive when your hands don't want to work is a little scary, guys. But you can enjoy it. I'm not trying to yuck your yum. But hey, if you aren't too busy tomorrow at 6:30 Central Time, come join us for discussion on Chinese martial arts, culture, and philosophy and history at that chat link. Sounds like the tea house is opening. And advice for caregivers, Amy Adams, and Morning Woke. Thanks, Dan. Okay, we got greetings for everybody. And check out Snazzy Art, deviantart.com/NickT. Yes, we are fast approaching another major upload. I also do have a whole bunch of new shorts added to the Art Time-Lapse playlist. So you guys can check that out. Good morning, Rich. Oh, Hellfire, yeah. Thesis, heal up so you can do tomorrow's tea house. See? We've got greetings and waving and howdy, everybody. And really cool art from Animal Eye Artist. And I will not be able to attend tea house on Saturday because I'll be helping at Global Fest. I do apologize. Well, I think we all understand that happens. Help Nick teach people to be safely dangerous. There's a typo there. The historical fencing guilt is what I feel when I don't think I have done enough for my guild or my Patreon. It's another one of those wonderful syndicate typos that aren't quite typos, like the hysterical fencing guild, which has caused apparently a speech impediment in some of our members. And that's all right, Dan. I'm working on it, Richie. If nothing else, hopefully the tea will help keep me talking for that hour. Yep. See Drafts of Terror 2. Brian K. Morris. No worries, Dan. Oh, I want to pick up my paintbrushes again. To think I once did this. And there's an image of one of Dan Hollifield's exquisite paintings. Only a few more days until the next episode. On the next thrilling episode of Aphelion Web Scene. Although Tell Me Aphelion doesn't sound like a great sci-fi like anime series name. You know? What is that? Super Mecha Aphelion! You know? Anyway. Mobile Suit Aphelion. Ooh! Ooh, that one got me. That one got me, Trey. I just Gundamified the Aphelion webzine. And now I have, like, geekydoms. Let's see. I see the draft of suitable arrangement. Patreon.com/syndicate. Cookie. Snickers like a 12-year-old. Not the green room. Of course, I'm not trying to make green room comment. Nick says climax. Well, we are coming to the peak. The denouement. speech impediment, got that word hard, but of the story. And also letting Carl know so he doesn't blow my phone up, nagging me where I'll be. Fair. And tune in to Nevermind the Furthermore, which is this show, this link. Oh, wow, I'm way behind. I only have like 6 minutes, so I got hop and pop to make sure there isn't anything too hype. Last night's RPG went well. I think good time, good conversation as well. Yeah, I'm glad. And we're joined by Chris Walker. Thank you, Chris. We're only for a few minutes because I don't want to go too far into Nita Lanning's birthday stream. Oil painting is amazing. Listening for a bit before I have to clock in. Why did I come in for the first word to be climax? And I'm literally using it properly in a literary sense. I'm not being inappropriate. Fine, Dawn, I'll behave. And we got a bunch of greetings and high-pitched squeeze. And Sarah has been summoned. Chris, too. Yes, we love Sarah. And I do hope that she can reach out with those images so I can do the stuff for her. Tune in to Nevermind the Furthermore on days that aren't today. Yes, right there at this channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to this. And keeps your boots white. YouTube.com/The Historical Fencing Guild. Yep. Plant the seed. Did Donna and I influence the teenage girl? I hope not. Well, a little bit. And what it was she got to see that it can really happen. And I have a comment dump. So here's the deal, guys. If you have to go in 4 minutes to make it there, I will keep going through the chat and you can come back. I won't be offended. But I want to try to get through the chat and get you there. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yes. Whoop. Where did it go? Okay. I had an inverse. Yeah, no, that's a comment dump. Give me a moment. All righty. And tea and weaponry. And hi, Sarah. Painting that was done in 92. I think I've improved a bit since then. Well, awesome. Well, Dirt with the Green Room Junkies jokes lowering after my first comment. You're fine. Bummer outbreak meeting. Go to CKOEPP.com. Dawn says, "Good morning, Xander." Okay. I'll tell him you greeted him. He's sleeping in because I was up late, so he was up late. Less than 11 hours. Hold it. Stay on target. Stay on target. Good morning. And I do hope she reaches out. She can go far. She's around 12 to 14 in age, and she is aspiring as it is. She is inspiring as it is with her ideas that she has. I think she'll love getting involved more. I even told her continue. And very nice work, Dan, and have a good weekend. Yeah, IGG campaign had a lot in common with Electrolux, but Mosaic needs a formatter. Then it'll be ready to go. Stay tuned. Hi, Josh. Hey, Josh. And I'm glad she got to wake up around and see a bunch of artists having a great time being in community. Hopefully she learns that can be the norm. That's the idea, that it's the norm, and that also I encourage people who have limitations. Just because you have limitations doesn't mean we can't find ways to work with you and help you be there. And Sarah says, drove here with ice coming down. No bueno. Oh, no. Thank you, Foxy. Painting people is my greatest challenge. Good morning, Josh. I didn't see Josh come by. Oh, morning, everyone. Okay, good morning, Josh. I'm sorry. Sometimes I miss folks with the scroll. And we've got a whole bunch of greetings. And have fun storming castles. And hey, Uncle Carl. Hey. Bob Ross is an international treasure. Yes, he is in New York, too. See, that's a compliment, and I have to weather that, so I am. See, this is me growing. Cindy, you have a great start on your weekend. And I sometimes watch him on YT when I can't sleep. Oh, Bob Ross is great for that. I heard that song the other day and it made me smile as I hummed along with the new lyrics in my head. Awesome. I'm doing an event at the library. At my library later on, doing painting sessions and art sessions, knowing most people will do their own things. I'll be trying to find the individuals who want to learn things. Excellent. And still the first comment because Foxy forgot what day it is and accidentally commented on stream yesterday. I see. Nice. Studio D is my music on Bandcamp. Go there and just buy the stuff, okay? And I'm sorry, the turnout wasn't bigger for the con, but it let us hang out more. Definitely a very, very shiny silver lining. It was, everybody did well to okay. And hopefully next year there'll be more. I often don't know the day. And same Foxy, I have to make sure it's on my phone and watch so I have a chance. It was still pretty good for a first year con, in my opinion, Dawn, especially since the area we were in. That's true, too. The Earl Park Wickerman Festival? Holy moly. I may have to do a fictionalized account like I used to do in the lovely little town of South Haven. I actually had a series of South Haven community updates when I was living there that were intriguing. But there's less going on in Earl Park than it was there. Same, Foxy. Many times I only know the day based on when I have doctor appointments. Speaking of Studio D, Dan Hollifield, is there a specific style of font you want up for that sign? The wood should be arriving today for your order. Doctor's appointments and YouTube shows. Yep. Yes, Foxy. Or do you want me to just set up a few examples and send them over? And I am sitting here debating what I will have for lunch. Chinese food. You should have Chinese food. It's always the right answer. Walk to the store to see what I'm working with. Oh my God, there's no way I can take care of all of it 4 hours a week. Gonna hop out and take pics. Oh my. And I'm guessing food. Grant, have a good day. You too. Food. You too, Sarah. Well, if it goes in my belly, then it's food. Maybe chicken. I might take a bite out of Yoshi for lunch. What about a good version of me? I lost the thread on that one, I'll be honest. No eating Yoshi. Also not the green room. No, Grant. We are so green room sometimes, Dawn, which is why I'm being quiet. Thank you, Thesis. But Yoshi looks delicious. I have meds, so sometimes I forget. That's bad. It happens. Joe, I don't have a specific font in mind, but do include the hyphen studio -D so that Lindsay will think it's perfect. I usually use Times New Roman, but I'm not picky. Grant! LOL. Worse than that, Foxy is having meds you can't afford. That too. Noted, Dan. I'll send over a few examples. Thank you. Or meds you can't afford, but insurance is dragging their feet. Yes! Happens too often. Can't wait to see Trey's cardigan. I can't. It's gonna. She is a very talented fiber artist. I want to see the sweater she makes. That's my dilemma now. Trying to figure out how I can afford my meds because I just got turned down for Medicare. Oh, God. Time for the second cup of coffee and a shorty. It's a shorty, and so is she. Shorties watching shorties. Anyway, just Studio D on the same sign, not your name, and you need a beer. It's a little early for that, don't you think, Josh? The problem is I make too much money for free health insurance, not enough to report. Welcome to the loophole. Yes. Contact the companies that make meds. They often have programs that help. Well, that sucks, Grant. I do hope something gets figured out. So do we. Josh, it's not time for beer just yet. I think I can get a hold of the pharmacy and see if maybe we can get something done for my inhaler. Ah, I hope you can too. I was just joking. Okay, well, we're just checking. Yes, we do. Breathing is good. And have you tried RX, or if you have Prime, their pharmacy? Yes, good RX helps a lot too. How's everybody today? Hopping and popping. We're going to get it done. Trey and I both use Amazon Pharmacy. If you're a Prime member, the Prime price is actually cheaper most times than insurance. Doing slightly better. Yes, she wants the studio name. My boss is the boss, and what baby wants, baby gets. If I have my way. And nobody puts baby in the corner. I'll have to check into that, Joe. Yep. It's been a while since I had a beer, considering Angie's been sick. I'm sorry to hear that. Herbal Essences tea when you need to cleanse your green room palette. Wow. Oh. No, you know what? You green room types are going to have a fun time this episode. I just want to make sure, Dan, and green room spice tea? Yes. Thank you. I've had some kind of crud for a week. I haven't had one. I understand. Seriously, you had to mention tacos in this group of folks. Yes, I love tacos. I might have to mix up some different teas to make a green room mix. Thesis? That would be awesome. Let's try. One other thing, Dan, can you send me not the green room that you made for Carl? I can't find that one in our chat. And too bad I don't have any matcha, because that would have been green in color. No, taco backwards is cat. Josh is laughing. This is so cute. Lindsay got up here to feed the cats when I got up here. Now she has gone back to bed on my side of the bed, and she's snuggling my pillow. Aww. Yep, Alec is here, so I'm busy biting my tongue. Save it for the green room. Yep, I'm here. And hey, Grey Wolf. Yep, Grey Wolf, glad to see you. My voice is cutting out too, so I'm going to have to do what I can. But I am making it through fairly well. Oh, God. Okay. And we've got greetings. That's very cute, Dan. That's cute. Green room tea, a little spicy, a little smooth, but always satisfying. Dan, you two are so sweet. And hey, Wolf. See, everybody's glad to see Wolf. Dan, my cat has totally taken my recliner over, and he hasn't moved since I've been up. 16 watching and 11 likes. Get to liking, please do, because I'm going to be wrapping this up pretty quick. Grey Wolf Graphics, I'll email it to you shortly. Try not to post that link in a public forum, as it tends to attract hackers. Another cat won the jackpot. Yep. Have a great day, folks. You too. You too woke. See you woke. Sorry it was a short one, and it's in your messenger now, so that's excellent. At Joe Bachman, disregard. I found it. LOL. Forgot Nick has the link on the page somewhere here. I try to be helpful. Grey Wolf Graphics. Okay, I was trying to find your email. Send it. Trying to look you up on Facebook. Send it. And at Dan Hallfield, I plan to work on the story more this weekend. Good, Joe. Hope you have a great day. We'll catch up with you later. See you, Josh. Later, Josh. See you, Josh. Make sure you take care of your health before you indulge in adult beverages. Will do, Dawn. See you, Josh. A lot of people are here to support Josh. Hey, Gray, did you get to look at the Southern Fandom Resource Guide? Yeah. Shh. Let him run. I have to go. Need to head to Town Hall in a bit to make sure everything I emailed them. For some reason, our upcoming events, for some of our upcoming events at the park, makes sense. Okay, I got you. Indy CD Jr., tempting. Have a great Friday and weekend, Joe. I'm going to check out Nita's room. See you guys. That's fine. Bye. I told you guys you could. Speak of Chinese food, I recommend the China Dragon in West Lafayette. That's a good place. If you'd gone farther in, you could have gotten something from one of the Enlai houses. Enlai Kitchen. There are two of them. They're very good. I've heard that place. Seems good. It's pretty good. Got a lot of food for the money. And that leads us to the end. So I'm going to run a few ads because there are some folks who need it. And then we'll wrap up so that, frankly, I can go see Nita and wish her happy birthday. And let's see.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda. Just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley. Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4. And Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
Robin. And I want to run, actually, okay, it's not going to. Okay, you know what? It looks like I'm having a little bit of internet problems. So I don't know if that's running or not, but I'm not muted. So maybe. Looks like my system is frozen, so I don't know if you guys are hearing me. Probably wouldn't related to my internet dropping out, but I will see you all. What I'm going to say is I'll see you all Monday. There will be a video link set up for the Historical Fencing Guild. I was trying to do something and it didn't quite work. So I will see you all very soon. Have a great day. Keep writing, keep creating, because you can always edit it. You can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. Toodles. Yes, I let me end the stream. Nope.